Shalom, Akim, it's the brother Kazawa, coming to you with another lesson through the spirit and power of Yahweh by Hashem Yahweh Shai, by Hashem Rakakwadash. Double honors to my elders and apostles at Great Millstone, and peace and blessings to the hopeful elect. I want to start off this lesson by saying it's going to be entitled it's going to be entitled RFID chip technology coming to Fort Wayne hospitals. Now, Akim, before I start off the lesson, I'm going to go into an article. You know what I'm saying? It's going to be a pretty heavy lesson. So it might be maybe an hour long. It could be 45 minutes long, but it's going to be pretty long, Akim, because it, like I said, it's heavy. So I'm going to start out with my precepts first. My first precept I want to get is Revelation, the 13th chapter and the 16th verse. This is Revelations 13 and 16. And he causes all, both small and great, rich and poor, free and bond, to receive a mark in their right hand or in their forehead, and that no man might buy or sell save he that hath the mark or the name of the beast or the number of his name. Here is wisdom. Let him that hath understanding count the number of the beast, for it is the number of a man, and his number is 666. 66, Salakia. The next precept I want to get is 2nd Ezra, the 16th chapter and the 68th verse. This is 2nd Ezra, the 16th chapter and the 68th verse. For behold, the burning wrath of a great multitude is kindled over you, and they shall take away certain of you and feed you, being idle with things offered unto idols. And they that consent unto them shall be had in derision, and in reproach, and trodden under foot. My next scripture I want to get is Ezekiel, the 33rd chapter and the 7th verse. This is Ezekiel 33 and 7. So thou, O son of man, I have set thee a watchman unto the house of Israel. Therefore thou shalt hear the word at my mouth, and warn them from me. When I say unto the wicked, O wicked man, thou shalt surely die, if thou dost not speak to warn the wicked from his way, that wicked man shall die in his iniquity, but his blood will I require at thine hand. So Akim, just to break down a couple of the scriptures, for Revelations 13 and 16, that's pretty clear. You know what I'm saying? That he that causes all, both small and great, to get a mark in their hand is Esau. That mark in the hand is the RFID microchip. If you take that chip and you are an Israelite, you will be killed. You will be like it says, and that just leads me right into the next precept. Like it says here in 2nd Ezra, the 16th chapter and the 68th verse. That's breaking down this precept as well. For behold, the burning wrath of a great multitude is kindled over you, and they shall take away certain of you and feed you, being idle with things offered unto idols. This is going into the 69th verse. And they that consent unto them, meaning those who take the chip, shall be had in derision and in reproach, and trodden underfoot. So that means that after you take that chip, you're going to be had in derision and in reproach, and you're going to be trodden underfoot when it all boils down to it. Going into the next scripture, Ezekiel, the 33rd chapter and the 7th verse, we are set up as watchmen, Akim, to warn the 2/3, whether they hear or forbear, to warn the elect, to warn the 1/3, and to you know what I'm saying, to preach this word unto the other nations as well, like the scripture said. So when we go into these different articles, when we go into different things that the Spirit might get us to go into, it's because the Lord is telling us to warn everybody. The Lord giving us a direct basically tracking on what's going on. He having a spirit to where brothers is literally keeping up with every little thing. That's being a watchman. That's part of being in this truth. So you can't just say, oh, well, I'm not really into, articles, or I'm not really into this and that. Being in this truth, you got to be temperate in all things. That means even in something that you might not be privy to so much, you can, all you got to do is ask Yahweh by Shem Yahushua to give to you freely, and he will. You know what I'm saying? All you got to do is ask him to put the spirit on you to be able to keep up with brothers, or whatever. Keep up with what's going on. And that's ultimately keeping up with brothers too. You know what I'm saying? So I'm going to go into the article, Akia. And this article is going to trip y'all out, man. This article, bro, I looked, the article came to me through the spirit. I was just looking up RFID chip Fort Wayne. And I ran into a couple of articles, but this last one, the return of Yahweh Shai, yes, this brother's got an Instagram page and he's also got a YouTube page, and it's under that name. He told me to look it up, RFID chip implant, so that it would be more specific, and I did, man. And I got into a recent article that was just put up September the 18th, I think. And it also prompted me to go into it because the elder brother Kazak down there in the GMS Mississippi camp, like last year in July 2017, the elder brother posted a video concerning a Wisconsin job in River Falls, Wisconsin, that was RFID chipping their employees. And when they was bringing it out, they made it like, these RFID chip implants aren't GPS capable yet. Like, that's how Esau does you. Like it says in Psalms 55th chapter, his words are smooth and butter, but it's always war. It's war inside Esau's heart. Though his words may be smooth and butter, man, he always downplays his fucking wickedness. But this goddamn devil is fucking disgusting. He's a wretch, man. A disgusting wretch, and he's not to be mistaken for what he is. You know what I'm saying? We supposed to like really look at everything with the spiritual eye, and what you keeping, like Yahweh Shai said, you being full, your whole body being full of light, it's gonna be able to expose any darkness around you. That's why you might be, like Yahweh Shai said, man. If thy eye be single, thy whole body be full of light. Keeping your eye single in these scriptures is going to keep a certain spirit on you. It's going to keep the light on you. You know what I'm saying? The spirit of Yahweh by Hashem Yahweh Shai is light. So it's like when you around people, man, and they bugging out around you, or, certain people might not like you, it's because you keeping your eye single and your whole body is full of light. People that's got darkness on them, they can't stand light. You know what I'm saying? But just keeping on the subject, this is the title of the article, Akia. It's from the Atlantic, and it's entitled "Help: Why You're Probably Getting a Microchip Implant Someday." Microchip implants are going from tech geek novelty to genuine health tool, and you might be running out of good reasons to say no. What that sound like, Akia? Like this damn devil ain't bullshitting, man. And just not too long ago, Yahweh by Hashem Yahushua Barak, he blessed me with a dream, and I you know what I'm saying, I saw this devil basically giving the chip out, man, like in 3D. So Salaki, I'm gonna try to hold this camera up so you guys can see me. But going back into this article, when Patrick McMullen, this is the guy from the River Falls, Wisconsin job, you know what I'm saying, from the elder brother Kazak's video. Matter of fact, I got it right here on my split screen. I'm gonna try to play it so brothers can see it. You know what I'm saying? Because it's on the elder brother's page. The elder brother's page is Yahweh Shai is coming back in all caps. You know what I'm saying? You can't miss it. So here's the video. Here's a little clip. I hope Akin can see it.
Without these pesky ID cards that we all leave at home from time to time. Workers at this company will soon be able to do that. But take a look at this. They can come into the break room, raid this pantry to their heart's content, get their goodies, scan themselves in, pay for their item with a swipe of a hand. The 60s gave us the high-flying Jetsons.
Gentlemen, we can rebuild him.
The 70s followed with bionic power.
Better. Stronger. Faster.
But TV dreams about the future were just hopeful fantasies. Now, fantasy is one step closer to reality when about 50 workers at the Wisconsin-based 3 Square Market, suppliers of 21st century vending machines for micro markets, will literally get a hand up on the competition.
Is this really the future?
This is the future.
They're getting microchipped, perhaps the first business in the nation to do it, opening doors, booting up their computers, even paying for break room snacks with the simple wave of the hand, using technology already in widespread use in smartphones. Todd Westby is CEO.
What I'm going to do is pay for it with my hand. The chip in my hand will be linked to my credit card.
Any of your employees worried about you knowing where they are 24/7?
Well, remember, for a GPS device to work, it needs to be powered. And your cell phones are powered, so therefore they can give out GPS device. This is a passive device, and there is no power in it.
The chips, about the size of a grain of rice, are injected by a needle, something our Keir Simmons experienced 2 years ago in Sweden. That same company is partnering with 3 Square.
Once they showed me the technology, I actually asked them, what do I have to do to get that implanted in me before I leave here?
For now, at least, marketing executive Katie Langer isn't sticking her hand out.
Why aren't you getting chips?
So you guys see the video or whatever. You know, I didn't want to play the whole thing, but this guy, you know what I'm saying, I'm gonna go into the article and it's gonna basically go into this guy and who he is and 3 Square Market and the company and how they're gonna, and it's gonna kind of tie into what it's got to do with Fort Wayne and the hospital. So this is the article. When Patrick McMullen first heard in early 2017 that thousands of Swedish citizens were unlocking their car doors and turning on coffee machines with a wave of their palm, he wasn't too impressed. Sure, the technology, a millimeters-long microchip equipped with near-field communication capabilities and lodged just under the skin, had a niche cutting-edge appeal, but in practical terms, a fob or passcode wouldn't work just as well. And Akim, I'm not gonna, you know, I'm gonna kind of trim through this. So just give me a second, Akim. Okay. McMullen, a 20-year veteran of the tech industry, wanted to do one better, to find a use for implantable microchips that was genuinely functional, not just abstractly nifty. In July 2017, new cameras watched as more than 50 employees of the 3 Square Market, that was the guys from the video, you know what I'm saying, the vending solutions company where McMullen is president, voluntarily received chip implants of their own. Rather than a simple scan to function process like most of Sweden's chips use, the chips and readers around 3 Square Market's River Falls, Wisconsin office were all a part of multi-stage feedback network. For example, your chip could grant you access to your computer, but only if it had already unlocked the front door for you that day. Now, this article gets very much more interesting because these people know who the Hebrew Israelites are. Matter of fact, better than that, they know who Great Millstone is, because the Great Millstone has been the only one that has been pushing that the RFID chip is the mark of the beast since forever, man. Nobody else has been pushing that. Elder Apostle Tahar and all the elders down from him have been pushing that, man. They are the only ones that have been pushing that. And if any brothers are pushing that, anybody else has been pushing it, they got that doctrine from the elders, man. Those are the elders of all of Israel right now, if you can receive that. So, going into the article again, I'm gonna just kind of skim Akim. So just give me just a second, Salakia. Because this guy's basically saying he took a trip to Sweden and saw that they were getting chipped, and like he said in the video, he just said, what do I have to do? You know, he was in that same fucking spirit, man. That when he fucking this guy, you know, he did this Edomite, he was in that same spirit that Esau was in. He was begging Jacob, our forefather Jacob, for that pottage that wasn't done all the way. Esau's a fucking devil, man. And this devil will sell his soul, you know what I'm saying? For like, you know, that spirit's still on him and you could see it. He admitted to it that he was like, you know, clearly just kind of like, what do I have to do to get my employees on this? But we all know, you know, first and foremost, Yahweh Bashim Yahweh Shai is behind it and the elite are behind it as well. You know what I'm saying? Like they have to be. It's like this guy didn't just get this go and this idea to just get this go and get these chips from Sweden out of nowhere. It was just kind of like, okay, the elite chose that little company, you know. Yahweh Bashim Yahweh Shah put the spirit on the elite to choose that little company to start this off. You know what I'm saying? And just we you know, I'm keeping track on it. The spirit's got me keeping track on it because it's supposed to be coming to Fort Wayne by way of the Parkview Medical Hospital. You know what I'm saying? And I'm gonna get into that. Yeah. So the article is basically prepping you for RFID chip, man. Like they're basically telling you, oh well, it's in your phone, it's in your credit card, it's everywhere you go. It's been around for years. You know, Esau being smooth, man. Psalms 55, Akim. You know what I'm saying? 55 and 21 to be exact. Uh, and you let me see, man. Yeah. So basically, they trying to make the chip health oriented. You know what I'm saying? And by way of them doing that, that's what the article was saying, that you're gonna run out of reasons to say no to the chip. You know what I'm saying? Esau is basically telling you that he's gonna make his move soon. He ain't, you know, he not playing, man. This devil is coming down with great wrath, like the scriptures say, and it's gonna be soon. The spirit is telling me that it's gonna be soon. I'm not saying it's gonna be tomorrow or the next day. You know, it might. You know, I'm just saying it's gonna be soon, Akim. Where to um to measure the time. You know what I'm saying? They're basically telling you that all animals, pets, things of that nature are chipped. I said that in my last video. You know what I'm saying? If you want a damn animal, a puppy or anything, you gonna have to get it. It's chipped already, dude. Like, so they pushing this RFID chip technology to the heart. And in this article, that's what they were saying, that they're not even just necessarily bringing the chip to Fort Wayne, but they're gonna bring the technology. And that's what the article is overall saying. And after the technology is here, it's gonna be no reason for people. They slowly and slowly prepping you to just accept it. You know what I'm saying? Before you know it, it's gonna be fucking mandatory, man. It's all around. So why wouldn't it be? You know, this shit is right up under people's noses. And it's just like, you know, they're covered in that gross darkness. You know what I'm saying? These fucking people don't have a damn clue what is going on. I'm trying to get to this part where they talking about um okay. There are broader fears about the use of the chip technology to track humans. Before damning research halted VeriChip's growth, the company's chairman suggested in a 2006 appearance on Fox and Friends that VeriChip implants could be used to register migrant workers at the border and verify their identity in the workplace. That's basically what's going to be going on, man. Let me skip down. And it says that, meanwhile, some fundamentalist Christian communities remain convinced that microchip implant is the manifestation of the biblically portended mark of the beast. Ain't no damn what fundamentalist Christian community said nothing about that. The only ones that remain convinced of that are the men that here at Great Millstone, man. Esau's funny, Akim. He's bugged the hell out is what he is, first and foremost, but he's funny. You know what I'm saying? Like, this damn devil, no damn Christian community's my ass, man. They know what's really going on. They got that movie out called The Apostles. Come on, man. I'm not sure if it's out or, you know, it's coming out, Aki. I'm not gonna lie, but I heard the elder speak on it. So, and look at Esau right here. But the primary challenge to RFID chip implants remains the simple underlying question posed over and over again in the response to the tech: is it really necessary? And the article goes on to say, uh, yeah, people don't get them because they're not useful enough yet, but because there's not a market, the devices remain relatively unchanged. McMullen hopes to solve the second half. This is the guy from this three square company in Wisconsin. Hopes to solve the second half of that problem as a means of invigorating the first. Meaning basically, he gonna make it a reason for you to have this chip. He's going to push this technology until this chip is finally like, it's like, okay, it's implemented. Because he gonna push it and push it and push it until it's like, okay, you know what I'm saying? Why is there reasons uh for us not to use this technology, this chip? They basically putting in this article, they just kind of like feeding you bullshit ass reasons as to why it's a healthy device, how it helps companies and how it keeps track of things. They trying to make it seem like it's useful, like it's like it makes life easier or something, and that's what Esau's gonna do. A lot of you damn niggas and Negroes and Spigros is gonna take that chip. You Esau and you other nations, it don't matter if y'all do or not. Y'all gonna get either fucking nuked or destroyed in some fashion. So it doesn't matter if y'all take the chip. But this is talking to the Israelites, you so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans. So this is where it gets a little bit interesting. Shortly after last summer's chip party, he began meeting with cardiologist Michael Muro, who serves as the director of the Parkview Research Center in Fort Wayne, Indiana. That's what this ties into Fort Wayne. Muro's team and the Three Square chip developers are currently working on prototypes of RFID implants that will be able to continually monitor an individual's vital, enabling both patients and doctors to access highly accurate real-time information. So Esau is basically gonna make this chip to where it's kind of like on some fucking like real high tech ass shit, and it's gonna woo people the fuck out, man. Like, and I think that goes back into how the scriptures say in Revelation, like the beast was given powers to do these wonders and these signs and shit, man. That's kind of something that just kind of the spirit is telling me that's something like that, man. That's going into that. You know what I'm saying? Salaki Akim, I couldn't word it right, but basically, man, this devil makes people sick, and now you gonna make this chip and make the technology, you know, all fancy and shit to where you got it, to where people just gonna love this shit. You know, like I said, the Esau could tell you, man, you walking around with a leg that's paralyzed, this chip can make your nerves work again, or some bullshit like that, man. There ain't no telling what this devil gonna pull out of his stocks, man. All through the spirit and power of Yahweh Bashim Yahweh ultimately, but you know what I'm saying, we gotta keep watching these things, and we gotta, try to discern these things through the spirit. What things the Lord will let us discern, that is. Yahweh Bashim Yahweh. As McMullen describes it, the decision to develop RFID chip technology for medical purposes was motivated by more than just business savvy. It's what intrigued him about the chips in the first place, the technology for better, potentially life-saving solutions. Esau's bullshit, man. Smooth words. You know what I'm saying? I'm going to scan through here, see if it's anything else. Yeah, so he's basically talking about how he's working on a way to make GPS-enabled chips, different things of that nature. he's talking about how you know, he's basically talking about there's a trend, you know, he's saying there's a trend towards putting these devices inside the body, not just for life or death situations, but for convenience, such as contraceptives, menstrual aids, contact lenses, Heffernan says. So as we become more comfortable with this, insertable become more acceptable. That's Esau's like thing, man. I was dealing with this chick Akim like some years, like just 2 years ago in 2016. The bitch had a fucking, you know, I'm not dealing with her no more. And like, you know, the shit was short lived. Call halal Yahweh by Hashem Yahweh Shah by Hashem Rakakwadash. You know, the Lord really be keeping us away from some wicked ass women, man. But the bitch showed me a fucking basically a birth control in her arm. You know what I'm saying? It was a rod. And like, I'm like, damn, I thought that, I was thinking to myself, like, bitch, that shit could be the chip. Like, and if you got that shit, like, you fuck. You know, it don't matter if you get it in your arm, your ass cheek, it don't matter, man. You get that chip and you're an Israelite, you know what I'm saying, you're done. So, like as this woman said in this article, people are definitely getting more acceptable to it. You know what I'm saying? So it just you know, like my reason for this lesson is it's not gonna be long. You know, they are bringing that technology to Fort Wayne. You know what I'm saying? As you heard him say, him and this guy named Michael Miro from the Department of Development at Parkview Research Center, they working on it. You know what I'm saying? And they're going to be using it in the hospitals. Basically, it was another article that was going into how they were going to be using it to track when employees are washing their hands or make sure you washing your hands, and if you're not, and if you know, just different stuff, man. So your job can get more uncomfortable for you with this shit, man, coming out. This shit ain't gonna get nothing but worse and worse, Akim. And you know, that's really all I wanted to bring out. I don't have any more precepts. I actually do have one precept. You know, Esau's making it like this chip is going to be a convenience. It's a fucking death trap to you Israelites, you Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans. Do not take the RFID microchip. Do not get it implanted into your hand. Do not get it implanted into your brain. You know, don't get it implanted anywhere, man. Because Yahweh by Hashem Yahweh Shah will deal with you in the worst way he can. You know what I'm saying? And he has some terrible ways of dealing with sinners, the sinners of his people, especially, man. Like, you know, so you don't want to be drinking the wine of the wrath of Yahweh by Hashem Yahweh Shah, you know, without mixture. That's like drinking fucking 100 proof liquor without any chaser, man. So the scripture I want to bring out is you know, Esau is basically, he bringing the chip out in a smooth manner, Akim. What smoother manner to bring it out in than to like bring it out by way of healthcare, different shit like that. You know what I'm saying? If people can't go to the emergency room and get then these fucking junky ass people out here in America, they can't get their Percocets, their pills and shit, they gonna flip the fuck out. You know, a lot of Jake gonna take that chip. It's sad, but it's true, man. It's the spirit. You know what I'm saying? It don't make no damn sense, but it's true. You know, Esau is making that, he gonna make that chip to where it's so fucking convenient and inconvenient. If you don't have it, you gonna wanna have it. Not to the elect. You know, Yahweh Bashin Yahweh Shah is gonna keep his elect and his 1/3 from the hour, during the hour of temptation from wanting to take that damn chip. We gonna wait on Yahweh while Yahweh Shah to feed us, man. And if we get snatched up and took into a concentration camp and told to denounce Yahweh Shah God, and we die, fuck it. We gonna be martyrs for this truth if that's our lot. You know what I'm saying? You know? We ain't got no fear of these damn devils, man. This they last stop. You know what I'm saying? is to bring about Jacob's trouble by ultimately causing chaos. You know what I'm saying? Through terrorist attacks that they plot and plan. You know, they're gonna try to pin that on brothers. You know what I'm saying? There's gonna be a lot going on in that time. But this is Psalms 55 and 21. The words of his mouth were smoother than butter. War was in his heart. His words were softer than oil, yet they were drawn sword. Call halak. Well, I'm gonna read the rest of it. Cast thy burden upon Yahweh, and he shall sustain thee. He shall never suffer the righteous to be moved. But thou, O Yahweh, shalt bring them down into the pit of destruction. Bloody and deceitful men shall not live out half their days, but I will trust in thee. And I'm going to end this lesson off by saying, Call Halal Yahweh, Bahashem Yahweh Shah, Bahashem Rakah Kodash. Double honors again to my elders and apostles at Great Millstone, and peace and blessings to the hopeful elect, to the brothers that's out here risking their life to push this word in truth and sincerity. To you I say Shalom.